Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel once again. So right now it's 6:30 in the morning here in Gangtok, and I've given the bike in for the cold start for a couple of minutes. So in today's video it's all about me traveling from Gangtok to Siliguri, as it's going to be a special day for this motorcycle. It's going to get its registration number. As you can see right now, I have just got this temporary number. Anyways, today's ride is not just going to be a normal ride, but I'm going to share some important views, important ownership experience. Yeah, and then another very important update that this bike is going to get is first servicing today. So I'll be sharing all my servicing experience and the service cost and everything, because normally TVS tends to have that reputation, bad negative reputation. So yeah, we are going to analyze that as well, and in the end I'm going to let you know every detail about the first service cost and first service experience of this motorcycle. So let's hit the road now. This is Nam Nam area, and then if you go straight from here you reach MG Marg, and if I go down then I'll be connecting to NS10 very soon in Deorali. So as you can see, there is not much traffic early in the morning in Gangtok. Slight traffic. Very soon I'll be also doing a kind of a city ride, a review of this motorcycle. If I have to tell you in brief, so far I've got no issues. In city ride you want your motorcycle to be very agile, the handling should be better, the engine should not produce a lot of heat, and then you need a lot of torque. So all those things are required to make a motorcycle a city ride friendly, which I believe so far this particular TVS RTX ticks all the boxes. I'll let you know guys in detail how is the city ride performance of this particular motorcycle. I'll meet you guys once I cross Ranipur and then hit the actual highway. Yeah, see you guys after some time. Now I'm crossing Ranipur, and from here the Gangtok city ends. Now I expect a little bit lesser traffic in the main highway, that is NH10. So while editing this video, I realized that including my complete first service experience along with the journey and the other small footages from Siliguri would make this video extremely long. So I've decided to split the content into two parts. The first service experience, including cost, the work done, and my honest feedback, the overall experience of first service from TVS will come in the next video for sure. So in today's video, the focus is purely on the journey to Siliguri from Gangtok. You can relax, enjoy the visuals, enjoy the road, the landscape, and the overall riding experience. Along the way, I'll also be sharing some useful real-world observations about the bike based on long-distance riding, mixed road conditions. So sit back, enjoy the ride, and let's get into the topic. Now this ride to Siliguri is not about riding fast or about speed or pushing the limits. It is more about understanding how your motorcycle behaves over the long hours on the practical mountain road conditions, which keeps on changing from smooth highways to broken patches, from curves, bends to straight highways. Uphills and downhills are also present. So that really helped me to understand the suspension setup and the overall comfort that you get from the motorcycle. Normally the bike feels very planted, stable at cruising speeds. It is not so much bouncy or you ever feel that you are off balance from the bike when you're riding. So long stretches is effortless. Only the thing that is bothering is the seat cushioning, which I have mentioned so many times in the previous videos. But the riding posture makes a whole lot of difference because it is so comfortable. You feel so comfortable and easy to ride this bike. It helps you to reduce the overall fatigue when you're riding for long hours. Wind protection because of the wind visor is decent. Let me quickly give you the overview of the engine so far, the behavior of the engine. It is not a fast revving or aggressive engine, but that I feel is actually its strength. The power delivery is linear and predictable, which makes long ride and mountain ride quite stress-free, and you don't need to constantly downshift. The bike just pulls cleanly in whichever gear you are. The engine feels relaxed, especially during steady cruising. During this ride, I was also testing the right pulling issue of the handlebar that some riders have mentioned. Interestingly, I have also felt this when I was riding casually, so I wanted to update you guys. So basically what happens is when you remove both your hands off the handlebar, in my case there is a slight, very slight pull to the right when I completely leave both my hands off the handlebar. So I want to be very clear over here. This is not so dangerous, it is not so abrupt, not so aggressive, and it does not happen suddenly. It's very manageable. You can always, even if you have to leave both your hands off the handlebar, you can easily control it with your body balance. The bike does not wobble, that is the main thing, or even if it's going to the right, you do not feel that you have lost control of your motorcycle. So it's something that can be easily managed with proper body balance and normal riding posture. So when riding normally with the hands on the handlebar, the issue is not noticeable at all. So yes, the issue exists slightly on my bike, but I feel it is manageable and it is not confidence breaking. Regarding the suspension setup, again let me tell you that RTX 300 suspension is clearly tuned for Indian road conditions. It absorbs and glides through normal bumps and bad road patches without feeling very bouncy and throwing you off balance when you're riding in such conditions. Now let's talk briefly about who this bike is for, or who should go ahead and purchase this bike. So this motorcycle is ideal for riders who enjoy long rides, weekend touring and relaxed riding style, and mostly if you like to ride on mountains, if you love coming to the mountains with your motorcycle, and if you like covering distances comfortably rather than riding aggressively, this bike makes a lot of sense. So it is suitable for riders who want balanced motorcycle, something that works for daily use as well as highway rides. It works perfectly in that particular sense. However, if you are someone who wants instant aggression, or you want very high top end performance or quick burst, or that engaging kind of a ride, or a purely sporty feel, then this bike might not be a right choice for you. Even though this bike at times feels sportier, if you want to ride it aggressively, it will perform, but the bike is more suitable for relaxed kind of riding. So that is what I meant to say. So this motorcycle is more about comfort, stability and consistency, not the extreme performance. Now talking about the heat management, honestly I have to say TVS has done a really good job. Even during long stretches like this, I barely felt any heat on my legs, and surprisingly I didn't even notice the radiator fan kicking in throughout this entire ride. That says a lot about how well the cooling management is done in this motorcycle. Next, talking about the headlight performance of this motorcycle, the throw is genuinely impressive. I have done a short video on testing of the light. You can go and check it out. I have ridden bikes more premium, more expensive than this, which comes with LED headlights, but they don't perform well. They are almost useless in real world conditions, but this one is really good. That's the reason the night riding feels confident and the visual ahead becomes pretty clear. And finally, the 4 ride modes that TVS has given: urban, rain, tour and rally modes. They work exactly as intended. Each modes feel properly tuned and makes a noticeable difference depending on the riding conditions. So overall, all the electronics and features, assist and slipper clutch, traction control, cruise control, ride modes, everything feels well thought out and well balanced in this particular motorcycle. So now before I enter Siliguri, we get this long stretch of Sevok road. So let me quickly explain you how to use the cruise control on this bike safely. So once you reach your desired speed, let's say 65, 70, 80 kilometers, you can activate this cruise control using the switch on the handlebar, which can be easily accessed when you are riding. You just have to press the switch downwards. The bike will then maintain the speed automatically. The cruise control will get activated. To increase the speed, you can gently press the cruise control switch towards the forward direction. You can press it, you can push it, and to decrease the speed you can pull it towards yourself. So now the most important part, let's say if there is some kind of disturbances ahead in the road, you feel that you should stop the cruise control. To disengage cruise control safely, simply apply the front brake. The moment you touch the front brake, cruise control disengages instantly and you will get your manual control, full manual control back again. One thing you need to note, that the cruise control is not going to get disengaged by applying the rear brake, but the other method would be to press the cruise control switch once again, and then that is how your cruise control will get deactivated. So it's very simple, it's effective and extremely useful when you go for long tours and when you get highway stretches like this. Before I conclude, let me tell you the ride to Siliguri from Gangtok once again was very smooth, enjoyable and stress-free. The bike is performing exactly the way I expect it to perform. I have no major issues before the first service. Yes, maybe slight here and there few things are there which I'll discuss with them, and in the next video I'll surely update you guys about everything that happened in the first service. So before I end, let me just tell you once again, this TVS Apache RTX 300 is built for real world riding conditions in my opinion, especially for people who likes to tour. There is also something for the people who commute on day-to-day basis and people who love relaxed performance, then you can go for it. The overall first service experience with TVS and other footages from Siliguri are coming up in part 2. So stay tuned. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe and drop your thoughts and questions in the comments. I'll see you soon with the next one. Until then, ride safe and thank you for watching. Bye bye.